Commentated a 2v2 before, but these players have had the maps available to them for quite some time. So, yeah, let's just see how things go. To kick things off, the first team spawning in the top left. These guys are pretty much representing Root Gaming, but this guy's got a dank meme icon next to his name. He is Fenner. And he is playing with his teammate in the northwest, the red Protoss player, aka Patco. They'll be playing up against the European team in the southeast, the blue Protoss player, NeutronX, and the blue Zerg player, hinO, who is a top 100 Grandmaster Zerg. And I won't be saying anything mean. I played him on ladder. We had a really good game. He's quite good. So, yeah. In case you guys have been wondering what the whole shindig of this tournament is, basically, it's 2v2. I kind of want to talk about the map first real quick because this is an interesting one. There's no direct path to your opponent except these rocks that are blocked in the center. So, to get to your opponent, you have to break through these destructible rocks, which means this is a map that promotes a little bit more the passive style, turtley play. Nothing super crazy. I don't expect to see anything really absurd, especially since neither team has a Terran. You cannot bypass those rocks early on since, well, there's no Reapers, right? So without a Reaper, you're not going to have to worry about anything until there's oracles on the map or something along those lines. So just a macro-oriented 2v2 map. This is be one of the ones we'd expect maybe less rushes on since those rocks are really going to slow you down. But if you're wondering about the tournament format, as I already think this is a pretty interesting quick base being taken by Fenner. He looks like he's going to straight up double hatch before pool, knowing that those rocks give him a lot of time. And so will hinO. So these guys are already playing the map a bit, and I'm imagining that both Protoss players want to be the ones that are aggressive in this instance. So the double gas opening for Caliber, aka Patco, who's just got 5 probes mining gas. And this guy, Neutron, with 2 fully saturated assimilators. So I imagine that the Zerg players play the economy, and the Protoss are going to be playing for the aggressive play. So as we get started, as I expect these games to kick off a little bit slowly, and this is the qualifier, we're not doing this 100% mega crazy serious. I want to make sure to tell you all to check out the awesome sponsor of this tournament, whose logos and commercials you are basically going to see a hell of a lot of. Ting. And you can tweet at them at TingFTW, like Ting for the win, basically. They are a GSM/CDMA cellular service provider in the United States, and they make they have some kick-ass cheap plans for those of you, especially like to sit inside like me all day and play games. If you don't use your phone a crazy amount, then they're pretty much the best deal that you can get as far as prices go for cell phone usage. So as this game does start to heat up a little bit, we have I kind of figured that it'd be some aggressive play, so since you can't really get to your opponent's base via ground on this map that quickly, we are going to have some Oracle openings. Oh, Phoenix! Okay, Phoenix from NeutronX and Patco, Caliber, opening up with the Oracle. So this makes things interesting since a Phoenix should actually wreck the Oracle. The Mothership Core is scouting as this Overlord scouts that Fenner. Yeah, he should see this creep that he went for 3 hatches as well. I mean, both of the Zergs went 3 hatch, so hinO's going to go straight into speed out of this. Fenner is still being pretty greedy. No gas mining at all as the Stalker kills the scouting Overlord here. But let's see what happens because the first Phoenix is out, so it seems like he's just waiting now for that Oracle. His Mothership Core sees that Stargate's chrono boosting out an Oracle, and Caliber is moving his first one across. Should be a little bit interesting to see what happens here. This Mothership Core is actually racking up quite a few probe kills, waiting for that Stalker, as the Mothership Core itself didn't have enough energy for Frozen Overcharge, so he just basically walks in, kills a few probes, and gets to work. Patco, that Oracle gets caught by the Phoenix. Phoenix play in 2v2. From what I've heard, Phoenix play in 2v2 is one of the staple ways to open up, especially because it deals with pretty much all the aggressive play that you could face in the early game, while your teammate just plays really, really greedy. And this will also allow them to clean up Overlords that are out on the map. So, beyond that, Neutron takes pretty late expansion. Nothing too crazy. And meanwhile, Fenner, his massive greed has been pretty good. He leads the game in workers at 45 drones compared to 37 of hinO, and, well, both Protoss players saturated on one base with 27 probes. No expansion yet for Patco as these Phoenix come in, force out a Photon Overcharge. He's basically playing the very not fun game that can sometimes be referred to as PvP. So, yeah. Any comments, of course, I'll look away a bit. If the game sound is loud or whatnot, can be fixed between games. In case you guys don't know, I'm running this broadcast from Sweden, so not all of my normal settings are on for this. That being said, Neutron is putting a bit of pressure on. Roach Horns coming in for Fenner. I guess Fenner could just be looking to make a bajillion roaches. hinO's lair is already ready, so he's going to start up his roach speed a little bit faster than Fenner. Although Fenner does have his lair too. But that worker lead for Fenner, who's just been a greedy, greedy boy. And we can see that neither player have begun any work on these rocks. So basically there's no way for them to get aggressive outside of the Phoenix that Neutron made. He is actually losing Root 1 to the Queen in the Spore Crawler. But I think so far this opening for Neutron has been pretty solid. Like, he was able to pick off a lot of the energy of this Mothership Core. He's able to deny the Oracle opening that Caliber went for. And Fenner's going up to 4 bases while Caliber's still sitting on just 1 Nexus. So I feel like this is already a pretty tricky start for Team Red, if it weren't for the fact that Fenner has gotten away with being absurdly greedy. Like, NeutronX is on 2 bases, and the Phoenix are nice. He's actually transitioning into double Stargate, but unless he starts pumping out Void Rays 2 at a time, I don't see how he's going to deal with a massive, massive Roach push. But I guess we're going to find out. He's willing to just fight against these Stalkers with pure Phoenix. And he's going to go into double Phoenix and go for +1 air, which is really ballsy. Especially considering that, I actually just noticed the packet does not have, well, Caliber actually doesn't have Warp Gate. What? He starts a Nexus at the gold base while these Phoenix continue to harass. Man, Phoenix are so annoying in this game mode, huh? Actually, going to kill all of this. It's pretty sick. Fenner's hatchery and say, dang. Now, Fenner's the one that's getting ready to make something happen. He's getting to work on these rocks. Fenner is actually almost maxed out. And there's that double Void Ray production I was talking about. Pretty much the only way you're going to handle something like this. The Void Rays aren't out yet, and there might not be enough for him to actually stop him from at least taking down some of the economy. The Phoenix are getting to work. Fenner is approaching his opponent's base. The Mothership Core can't overcharge the hatchery. He time warps the roaches on creep, though. There are 2 Queens. The Void Rays really need to get over here and lend a hand in this battle because Fenner's just got an absurd roach count as he continues to push in. But I feel like Team Blue should be able to defend against this. Not dealing any economic damage is really going to suck for Fenner, though. Those Phoenix are incredibly useful in these fights. He's going to win the ground war. Actually pulling some drones to his team now, so he's starting to realize that the influx of roaches is quite a big problem. He's trading away a lot of resources, but trying to calculate it against the combined loss resources of the opposing team. It's a bit of a win for the blue side. Fenner has a few more roaches coming in, but those Void Rays have really put in some more. 10 kills and 5. And Fenner actually built a couple Slowlings. Those aren't going to be particularly useful here. This Overseer has actually been watching some of what Fenner's up to. But Fenner hasn't made any transition out of this. He just has roaches. He's going to build another Spore and his expansion to try to defend it. But just roaches will be very tricky for him to make work, as the Protoss player, well, Patco does have this. He's actually just going to go straight into Mass Phoenix himself. He's recognized that it's a pretty good strategy, but by going for the Fleet Beacon and getting Phoenix range, he can actually get a superior army, because the Phoenix do not have the range upgrade. They do have that +1, though. That's the problem. Patco's actually starting a carrier. Okay. While these Phoenix just continue to fight with impunity. Really, really annoying style to deal with, as Neutron takes the center position base. So Fenner's got all the money this game. Like, Fenner is the rich boy. And hinO's been having a little bit of struggles, actually getting supply blocked a fair bit. Upgrade-wise, he is looking to have a better army than Fenner. Fenner is not researching any upgrades for his roaches in the way of Burrow, plus Tack, plus Carapace. Basically, yeah, that's basically it. So, I'll have to see what he does. He's Phoenix moving in. I'm actually really surprised that he's going to try to get carriers out. Goes an overcharges again. And the Phoenix is going to come in and try to poke off some more units. I'll lower the game sound just quickly. Hopefully that helps, guys. Patco. Okay, so Caliber, he has his range upgraded Phoenix, and they should always be able to win a straight-up fight, because he should just be able to kite better. So actually, Caliber now takes the Phoenix count advantage, picking off all the Phoenix of his opponent. And is he going to build any more carriers is what I'd really like to know. Don't think so. He's just got one. The anchor carrier, basically. While hinO starts to move out across the map, and Fenner is actually moving across the map too. His Zergling speed isn't ready. Tempest carrier, Void Ray, Mothership on the production tab for Caliber. But here comes the Zerg army of hinO. And he's going to use these Void Rays to support and take out the Roach army of his enemy. There's that carrier getting pretty much instantly killed. He has the Mothership core. He can time warp these slow Zerglings and Roaches. And I think the Void Rays are really going to allow him to just absolutely wreck this battle. I'm not sure there's any way that Fenner's going to be able to win this fight. He's down drastically in supply. The Roach Hydra army of hinO with the Void Ray complementing it is just way too strong. Caliber's going to show up and try to snipe a Void Ray or two with these Phoenix. They should actually be able to grab the Hydralisks. Yep. Those upgraded Void Rays, man, they're going to make short work of this Spore Crawler. Fenner's units dying as they run across the map. Not getting him exactly what he wanted here. And I will say, as Fenner dies, this was a pretty interesting setup. I really liked the thought process behind the opening for Fenner, but Caliber just really caught off guard by that Phoenix play. The Phoenix play of Neutron was so good, and that allowed hinO to get the later Roaches, the later max out, but the better army overall. So I'm thinking this should be a victory for these guys, right? Caliber's having such a hard time getting supply up, but there's still not much to deal with these Void Rays. The Phoenix are going to work though. They're trying. Oh, the Mothership. Oh, there's no detection? Is this really going to be how he stops this? I mean, Fenner is getting ravaged in multiple places, probably places he didn't know he had. But the Mothership is going to allow him to cloak his army so that he does kill all the Void Rays. But I don't know how he's supposed to kill the rest of it. hinO is still maxed out, producing just Hydralisks at this point, which will allow him to deal with the air units. And I have to say, the Mothership play is really cute, but if they had a better start to this game, that would have been... Wait, did it lift the rocks under the Roaches too? Am I blind? Oh, because they were burrowed. Maybe? No. No, they just did that. That's cool. I didn't even know that was possible. Alright, well, this Zerg army is going to be eventually routed, but he's just going to pick off all of Fenner's bases, and I'm not really sure where Fenner's supposed to go from here. It seems like, yeah, I mean, Fenner's at just like 20-something supply. The Hydras might just kill the Mothership, and that could be it. Like, if Caliber finds a way to make this work, I would be absolutely devastated. I don't think it should be possible. The Phoenix count is just too damn high in the early phase, but also it's starting to build up again for Neutron, who's also getting Phoenix range. And keep in mind, Neutron had +1 for his Protoss Air. Trying to run the Mothership away, but I don't think he's going to escape the Hydras. He's getting closer and closer, and the Mothership is dead. The Phoenix are going to try to come in and grab these Hydras, but I just don't think it's going to work. Caliber's gonna GG out, Fenner GG's out, and NeutronX and hinO take the first map in this best of 3.